Have you ever wondered if something sitting in your kitchen right now, something you've always believed was good for your heart, might actually be quietly draining your energy as a man? I'm James Walker, and what I'm about to share comes straight from Dr. Michael Bennett, a hormone and men's health specialist with over 30 years of experience helping men over 60 regain their strength, vitality, and confidence. One of the most surprising discoveries in his practice is the link between certain fruits and declining testosterone. Yes, you heard that right. While fruits are often promoted as universally healthy, some can actually increase estrogen levels, spike insulin, and lower nitric oxide production. Three factors that silently work against male performance and circulation, especially in our later years. And the worst part? Most men have no idea this is happening. They think they're making healthy choices, when in fact, one single fruit, commonly found in households across America, is slowly sabotaging their masculinity. Dr. Bennett recalls one patient, a 67-year-old retired engineer, who had been eating this fruit every morning thinking it was helping his heart. But when he removed it from his diet, his morning energy and performance returned within weeks. His sleep improved, and he even started enjoying intimacy again, something he thought was long behind him. This story isn't unique. In fact, it's becoming more and more common among older men who simply don't realize how their food choices are impacting their hormones. That's why this video is essential if you're a man over 60 who wants to take back control of your health naturally. You'll learn the 5 fruits that can weaken your testosterone and the 5 you should be eating daily to improve blood flow, sleep quality, and energy. These aren't gimmicks or fads. They're practical, science-backed strategies that could change how you feel in your body, starting tonight. And just so we know you're with us, if you're curious and ready to find out which fruit might be hurting or helping your vitality, drop a 1 in the comments. Or 0 if you're just here to learn quietly. Either way, you're welcome here. Let's begin with the first fruit to avoid. Grapes. Now this might come as a surprise, especially since grapes are often associated with heart health and antioxidants. But for men over 60, the story changes. Grapes, especially red and green seedless varieties, are surprisingly high in natural sugars and compounds that mimic estrogen in the body. These compounds, called phytoestrogens, can disrupt your hormone balance, lowering testosterone levels and contributing to fatigue, mood changes, and decreased sexual performance. One of Dr. Bennett's patients, Mr. Howard, age 67, used to eat grapes every evening, thinking it helped with digestion. But over time, he noticed his energy fading and morning erections becoming less frequent. After a full hormone panel, it became clear that his estrogen was elevated and testosterone suppressed. Dr. Bennett suggested he remove grapes from his routine. Within a few weeks, Mr. Howard felt more energetic, slept more soundly, and even reported stronger intimacy with his partner. But it's not just about testosterone. Grapes also raise blood sugar quickly due to their high glycemic load. For older men who may already be dealing with insulin resistance or borderline diabetes, this spike in blood sugar can reduce nitric oxide production, the molecule that relaxes blood vessels and supports blood flow to vital areas, including the penis. Poor circulation, as Dr. Bennett often explains, is one of the most common hidden reasons behind erectile problems in older age. So if you've been snacking on grapes, especially at night, thinking they're harmless or even helpful, it might be time to reconsider. Small changes, like swapping grapes for berries or avocado slices in the evening, can make a real difference, not only in your energy levels, but also in your bedroom confidence. And remember, this isn't about fear, it's about knowledge. Understanding how certain foods interact with an aging male body is a powerful tool. Dr. Bennett believes that every man deserves to know what helps and what silently harms, so he can make informed, confident choices each day. Let's now take a closer look at the second fruit that may quietly be harming your health: canned fruit. For many older men, those small, colorful fruit cups seem like an easy, soft, and even healthy snack, especially when taken alongside morning medications. But beneath the surface sweetness lies a hidden trap for your hormones and blood vessels. Most canned fruits are preserved in heavy syrups, often containing high fructose corn syrup or concentrated juices. These forms of sugar are quickly absorbed, spiking your insulin and triggering inflammation inside your arteries. That's a problem, especially for men over 60, because high insulin levels can suppress your body's natural production of testosterone. Even worse, this sugar overload lowers your nitric oxide, a vital molecule that helps blood vessels relax and allows for healthy erections. But the damage doesn't stop there. High fructose intake has also been linked to non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, which can further disrupt hormone balance. As Dr. Bennett often explains, the liver plays a key role in regulating estrogen and testosterone. When liver function is compromised, estrogen levels may rise while testosterone falls, leaving you feeling tired, unfocused, and disconnected. That was the case with Raymond, a 72-year-old patient who came to Dr. Bennett complaining of constant fatigue, mental fog, and a complete loss of sexual desire. For years, he had been eating canned fruit daily, believing it was a healthy choice. Once Dr. Bennett helped him understand the hormonal impact, Raymond eliminated the fruit cups and replaced them with fresh, low-sugar options. Within just a few weeks, he began to feel more energized, slept better, and even noticed his intimate connection with his partner beginning to return. Even canned fruits labeled as light syrup or no sugar added are often misleading. Many still contain processed fruit that's been stripped of fiber, bleached, and sitting in cans for months. These forms offer little nutritional value and may actually do more harm than good. So while canned fruit may seem convenient, it's worth reconsidering. Your body deserves better, and with the right choices, you'll feel the difference. Bananas are often seen as a superfood, easy to digest, full of potassium, and a quick source of energy. But for men over 60, especially those dealing with low energy or declining sexual health, bananas might not be the best choice. Dr. Michael Bennett explains that bananas contain a high amount of natural sugar and can cause insulin spikes, especially when eaten on an empty stomach or before bed. These sugar spikes can suppress testosterone production over time. In addition, bananas contain a type of protein called lectins. While harmless in small amounts, frequent consumption may cause mild gut inflammation. For younger individuals, the body may adapt. But in older adults, a weakened digestive system means even low-grade inflammation can negatively affect hormone balance. Some of Dr. Bennett's patients used to replace dinner with a banana. After a few months, they reported feeling more tired in the morning and experiencing a noticeable drop in sexual desire. Bananas are also rich in serotonin precursors, the building blocks of the feel-good hormone. While serotonin supports sleep and mood, too much of it, especially at night, can lower dopamine levels. Dopamine plays a critical role in male sexual function and motivation. Dr. Bennett emphasizes that a healthy balance between serotonin and dopamine is key. Eating bananas regularly at night can silently disrupt this balance without warning. One of his patients, Thomas, age 72 from Ohio, believed bananas were helping him sleep and manage his blood pressure. But when his vitality began to drop, tests showed a significant decrease in testosterone. After cutting out his nightly banana and replacing it with avocado, Thomas noticed deeper sleep, more morning energy, and a return of confidence in his relationship. So while bananas are not inherently bad, they may not be the right fit for your body's needs after 60, especially if you're working to rebuild your strength and masculine energy. Choose your fruits wisely, in ways that align with your long-term health goals. Now let's turn to another type of fruit that may seem harmless, yet can quietly sabotage your health after 60: dried fruits. Raisins, dates, and other dried varieties are often seen as smart alternatives to candy or baked goods. They're sweet, small, and easy to snack on. But for aging men, these concentrated bites can carry an unexpected cost. The main issue lies in their sugar density. When fruit is dried, the water is removed, but the sugar stays behind. A single handful of raisins or dates contains more sugar than you might realize, sometimes more than a can of soda. And unlike fresh fruit, dried varieties are stripped of most of their fiber, meaning that sugar enters your bloodstream fast, causing a sharp rise in blood glucose. This rapid spike triggers a surge in insulin, a hormone that, when elevated repeatedly, can dull your cell's response and lead to insulin resistance. Over time, this not only increases your risk of type 2 diabetes, but it also interferes with testosterone production. Dr. Bennett often reminds his patients, Stable blood sugar is key to maintaining healthy hormone levels, and dried fruits make that balance harder to achieve. Beyond sugar, many commercially packaged dried fruits are treated with sulfites, chemical preservatives that keep the fruit from discoloring. While this might make them look appealing, sulfites can interfere with the absorption of essential minerals like zinc. And zinc is a cornerstone for male health. It's crucial for sperm production, testosterone synthesis, and maintaining erectile strength. One patient, a 68-year-old man named Frank, had the habit of eating several dates before bed, thinking they were a gentle, natural sweet treat. But his overnight blood sugar remained elevated, disrupting the natural rhythm of growth hormone release during sleep, and ultimately affecting his testosterone recovery. He woke up feeling groggy and less refreshed, and over time, his libido declined. Once Frank stopped the bedtime snacking and replaced dried fruits with a handful of nuts or a few slices of avocado, his morning energy began to return. His hormone panels even showed gradual improvement in testosterone levels. So while dried fruits might seem like a convenient option for men over 60, they're often more harmful than helpful, especially when consumed daily or at night. Use. Next on the list is a fruit that many still consider a symbol of good health: oranges. They're bright, juicy, and packed with vitamin C. But as Dr. Bennett often reminds his older male patients, even healthy foods can become problematic when consumed too often or in the wrong context. Oranges are naturally high in fructose, a type of fruit sugar that, when eaten in large quantities, can raise insulin levels rapidly. For men over 60, this insulin spike may not seem significant at first, but over time it can dull your body's insulin sensitivity, increase fat storage, and indirectly lower testosterone levels. It's a subtle shift, but one that has real consequences for energy, metabolism, and sexual vitality. Beyond sugar, oranges are also quite acidic. While this isn't usually a concern in younger individuals, an aging digestive system is often more sensitive. Some of Dr. Bennett's patients have reported mild bloating, gut discomfort, or fatigue after consuming oranges, especially on an empty stomach. The acidity can irritate the lining of the colon in sensitive individuals, leading to inflammation that affects nutrient absorption and overall gut health. One example is Thomas, age 70, who had made oranges a staple of his breakfast routine. He believed they were essential for boosting immunity and began eating 2 to 3 oranges each morning. But over time, he started noticing that his energy would crash by mid-morning, and he needed frequent naps during the day. Blood tests later revealed fluctuating glucose levels and suppressed testosterone. Once he cut back on citrus and balanced his meals with protein and healthy fats, his energy levels stabilized, and so did his hormones. Dr. Bennett isn't suggesting that men eliminate oranges entirely. The key, as always, is moderation. An occasional orange as part of a balanced meal can still offer benefits. But eating multiple oranges daily, especially without other nutrients to slow sugar absorption, can quietly erode your hormonal health over time. So for older men aiming to preserve energy and vitality, it may be wise to limit high fructose fruits like oranges, and be mindful of how and when they're consumed. If there's one fruit I often recommend to older men looking to regain energy, sharpen their mind, and improve their performance, it's the humble pomegranate. You might walk past it at the store, thinking it's just another fancy fruit. But Dr. Michael Bennett has seen remarkable results in men over 60 who add pomegranate to their weekly diet. Why is this fruit so special? First, it's packed with powerful antioxidants, especially polyphenols, that protect blood vessels and reduce oxidative stress. This is crucial because as we age, our arteries naturally become stiffer and inflammation increases. These changes reduce blood flow, not only to the heart and brain, but also to areas that matter for intimacy. One study published in the International Journal of Impotence Research showed that men who drank pomegranate juice daily had improved erectile function after just a few weeks. It's not a miracle cure, but it gently helps the body heal from the inside out by supporting healthy circulation and reducing blood pressure. Dr. Bennett also points out that pomegranate may help increase nitric oxide levels, a key molecule for maintaining an erection. Unlike some synthetic boosters, the benefits from pomegranate build gradually and last longer because they come from real food, not a pill. A patient named Samuel, age 71, started drinking a small glass of pomegranate juice 3 times a week after reading about its benefits. After 2 months, he reported better morning energy, sharper focus, and a surprising return of spontaneous erections, something he thought was long behind him. Of course, moderation matters. A small 4 to 6 ounces glass a few times a week is enough. The goal is to support your body, not overload it with sugar. You can also sprinkle the fresh seeds on your oatmeal or mix them into a smoothie with leafy greens for added effect. If you're looking for a natural way to revive blood flow, protect your heart, and bring back your spark, consider making pomegranate your new favorite fruit. It's one small habit that could bring big returns. Let's move to a fruit that might look small and simple, but carries some impressive power when it comes to male hormones. Kiwi. Dr. Bennett often refers to kiwi as one of nature's quiet allies for men over 60 who want to restore their energy and balance their inner chemistry. One of kiwi's biggest strengths is its high vitamin C content, higher than even some oranges. This matters more than you might think. Vitamin C plays a vital role in protecting Leydig cells, the specialized cells in your testes responsible for testosterone production. As men age, these cells are more vulnerable to oxidative stress, which can gradually reduce hormone output. Kiwi helps defend against that silent damage, keeping your body's testosterone factory running more smoothly. But kiwi doesn't stop there. It also contains actinidin, a natural enzyme that aids digestion and improves how your body absorbs key minerals, especially zinc and magnesium. Both of these are essential for male sexual health. Zinc supports testosterone production and sperm quality, while magnesium contributes to blood flow and nerve function. Unfortunately, many older men struggle with poor nutrient absorption due to a slower digestive system. Kiwi can help bridge that gap, ensuring that the nutrients you consume actually reach your bloodstream. There's also the stress factor. Chronic stress increases cortisol, a hormone that not only disrupts sleep and mood, but also directly competes with testosterone in the body. High cortisol, low testosterone. It's a cycle many men fall into without realizing it. Kiwi, with its natural antioxidant profile, has been shown in studies to help lower cortisol levels and support more stable emotional health. Dr. Bennett recalls one patient, Greg, age 68, who had trouble sleeping and felt emotionally drained for months. After adding 2 kiwis to his evening routine, Greg started sleeping more soundly, and within a few weeks noticed a subtle lift in both mood and physical energy. His morning blood pressure readings also improved, a common bonus benefit kiwi seems to offer older adults. Simple, refreshing, and easy to digest, kiwi may not look like much, but for men seeking hormonal balance, better sleep, and a calmer mind, it's a fruit worth adding to the daily routine. Most people think of watermelon as a refreshing, hydrating treat, especially during summer, and for the most part, it is. But for older men, especially those concerned about energy, blood pressure, and erectile function, watermelon might carry more risks than benefits when eaten regularly. Dr. Michael Bennett explains that watermelon contains a compound called citrulline, which can convert to arginine and support nitric oxide production, something we need for good blood flow. So far, that sounds promising. But the problem lies in the amount of sugar and how it's commonly consumed. A standard serving of watermelon, say 2 to 3 cups, contains a high dose of fructose, a sugar that doesn't raise blood sugar right away, but is processed by the liver. As we age, especially over 60, the liver's ability to handle excess fructose declines. This can lead to fatty liver, insulin resistance, and a drop in testosterone production. And that's not something you'll feel right away. It happens slowly, over months or years. Another issue is watermelon's glycemic load. Despite its watery texture, it spikes blood sugar when consumed in large quantities. For men with prediabetes or high blood pressure, common after age 60, these blood sugar swings can lead to energy crashes, poor circulation, and inflammation, all of which contribute to erectile dysfunction. One patient of Dr. Bennett's, George, age 68, used to snack on chilled watermelon slices every night in the summer. After he started experiencing morning fatigue and brain fog, his doctor found signs of liver stress. Once George swapped his nightly watermelon habit for a handful of walnuts and a few slices of kiwi, his energy and focus began to return. So does this mean watermelon is toxic? Not at all, but portion matters. And if you're a man over 60 aiming to restore vitality and hormone balance, it's worth being intentional about what fruits you rely on, especially in the evening. If these insights are starting to change how you see your daily habits, and you want more natural ways to boost your strength and circulation, go ahead and click subscribe. That way you won't miss the rest of this essential guide for men over 60. Sometimes, the smallest things can bring about the biggest changes. That's exactly the case with blueberries, a fruit so tiny and unassuming, yet packed with powerful compounds that support male health in ways most people don't expect. Dr. Michael Bennett often recommends blueberries to men over 60 as a daily ally in improving circulation, brain health, and even sexual function. What makes blueberries special? They're rich in anthocyanins, the natural pigments that give them their deep blue color. These compounds are known to enhance nitric oxide production, a crucial factor for healthy erections. Nitric oxide relaxes blood vessels, allowing for smoother blood flow not only to the heart and brain, but also to the penis. Without sufficient nitric oxide, achieving or maintaining an erection becomes much harder. Blueberries are also packed with antioxidants that fight inflammation and oxidative stress, two silent enemies of aging men. These stressors damage blood vessels over time, reduce testosterone levels, and contribute to fatigue. Adding just a small bowl of blueberries to your breakfast or afternoon snack can give your body a much-needed defense. Dr. Bennett recalls a patient, Harold, 73, who had been dealing with mild cognitive decline and lack of interest in intimacy. After adding blueberries to his diet regularly, especially with morning oatmeal or in yogurt, Harold noticed sharper memory, better focus, and more responsiveness in his intimate life. His wife even commented that he seemed more present and joyful. What's more, blueberries support blood sugar regulation. This is key for men over 60, since insulin resistance is a growing concern, and poor blood sugar control is linked to lower testosterone and increased fat storage around the belly, which further harms hormone balance. If fresh blueberries aren't always available, frozen ones retain nearly the same nutritional value. Just avoid sweetened varieties or blueberry-flavored products. What you want is the real fruit. You can toss them into smoothies, mix with nuts, or enjoy them plain. For a fruit that fits in the palm of your hand, blueberries offer a powerful boost to your body's energy, memory, and vitality. Think of them as nature's little blue medicine, without the side effects. There's a fruit that often goes unnoticed on store shelves, yet has quietly supported men's health for centuries: mulberries. Dr. Bennett affectionately calls them the elder's tonic, and for good reason. These dark berries may be small, but their benefits for hormonal balance and energy restoration in older men are surprisingly powerful. One of mulberry's most remarkable compounds is resveratrol, a potent antioxidant also found in red grapes and wine, but in mulberries, it's especially concentrated. Resveratrol supports endocrine function by protecting hormone-producing cells from oxidative damage. For aging men, this means better preservation of the systems that produce testosterone naturally. In a world where so many things attack male vitality, stress, toxins, poor sleep, resveratrol offers quiet protection from within. Mulberries also support insulin sensitivity, a major advantage for men over 60. As the body ages, it often becomes less efficient at managing blood sugar. That inefficiency can lead to chronic inflammation and a dip in testosterone. But when insulin works better, energy stabilizes, inflammation goes down, and testosterone has a clearer path to do its job. Dr. Bennett has often said, testosterone doesn't like chaos. Mulberries help create calm in your bloodstream. In one study, older men who consumed mulberries regularly saw gradual improvements in stamina, morning energy, and even libido. It's not an overnight fix, but over time, the nutrients in these berries can help awaken what's been dormant. Dr. Bennett remembers a patient, Alan, 71, who had all but given up on his intimate life. He began adding a handful of fresh or dried mulberries to his morning oatmeal and, within a month, reported feeling more present, more responsive, and more hopeful. Mulberries are also rich in vitamin K, iron, and fiber, which contribute to better circulation and digestive support, two often overlooked factors in men's health. Whether enjoyed fresh, mixed into a smoothie, or as a dried snack, unsweetened, this ancient fruit offers a modern path back to vitality. For men seeking a gentle yet meaningful way to support their hormones and stamina, mulberries are a worthy addition to the daily plate. You've just taken a quiet but powerful journey through 10 simple fruits, each with the potential to either harm or heal. For many men over 60, this knowledge alone can be the first step toward a very different future. A future where energy is not just a memory, where intimacy doesn't have to fade quietly into the past, and where health is not measured by numbers on a chart, but by how alive you feel in your body every single day. Dr. Michael Bennett reminds us, aging is not the problem. It's how we nourish ourselves as we age that makes all the difference. Our hormones, our blood vessels, even our desire, are deeply influenced by what we eat. Some fruits, as we've seen, can slowly raise estrogen, insulin, or even trigger inflammation. Others, like berries, avocados, and pomegranates, gently support testosterone, circulation, and vitality from the inside out. These aren't quick fixes. They are daily choices. Small, but consistent. You don't need to change your entire diet overnight. Simply start by removing the 5 harmful fruits we discussed and adding the 5 supportive ones to your meals or snacks. Watch how your energy shifts, how your sleep deepens, how your confidence begins to return, not from pills or promises, but from how you care for your body each day. And here's something else worth remembering. Your story isn't over. Whether you're 60, 70, or 85, you still have the power to shape how the next chapters unfold. What you choose to eat, how you move your body, and the way you treat yourself with kindness and intention. These are the true medicines of long life and real vitality. If this message resonates with you, I encourage you to share in the comments. Type 1 if you plan to take action, or 0 if you're still thinking it through. Either way, I'm glad you're here. And if you'd like to keep learning about natural ways to restore your strength, your drive, and your connection to life, consider subscribing to this channel. Together, we'll keep walking this path toward a healthier, more energized future.